Hello everyone, welcome to Professional IAS powered by Institute of Civil Exam. Today we'll be discussing about the rules for contesting Lok Sabha elections. We'll also talk about what conditions and qualifications required by an individual in order to contest seats in Lok Sabha elections. And we'll also talk about can a candidate represent from two or more constituencies, what are the guidelines and what are the various amendments related to it. Let us start it one by one. Before going into the discussion, I want to tell all of you that we have launched 18 months, that is 1+ years of current affairs at the very minimum cost. Lot of hard work has been done towards making it. Okay, and this course will be launched after 2 days. Okay, it has been getting aligned and synchronized so that it will become more useful to you and it will be updated till May 2024. Okay, so there are various features of the course are there. You can go through it, which I will tell you when the course was launched, and do's that you have to do. So you can go to professionalies.com where you can purchase this particular course, but after 2 days. It's just an advertisement at this point of time. Let us now discuss about rule number 1. So according to Representation of People Act 1951, why this act has come into being? Because in our constitution there is nothing with regard to the conditions or qualifications the candidate should possess if they want to contest, whether it is assembly elections or Lok Sabha elections. Means there is nothing is given, whether age is not given, education qualifications are not given. There is if they have already hold the like government office like Chief Justice of India office, if they already hold the positions of president, can they again contest the elections? Nothing has been mentioned with regard to conditions for the nomination or contesting elections in our country. So that is the reason Government of India has to make an act. Okay, according to that act, all the candidates have to contest the elections. That is the first rule number 1. According to the Representation of People's Act 1951, a candidate is permitted to contest any elections from up to 2 constituencies. Not more than 2 constituencies, one candidate can contest the elections. But he or she can hold only one seat at a time if he is elected from both. For example, Rahul Gandhi has filed the nominations both from Raebareli, his mother's constituency, and also from the previous one constituency of his own, that is Wayanad in Kerala. Suppose he happens to win both of them, then he has to vacate one. For that purpose, he has to write to the Election Commission of India. Then that particular seat will be vacant, and on the vacated seat, by-elections will be held. Vacated seat, by-elections will be held. That is what the process is all about. Okay. Now, at one point of time, there is no limit also. Like a and candidate can represent from more than 10 constituencies also. But after the act has come into being, and after we have seen that if the candidates goes on representing from 4, 5, 10 constituencies, what will happen? They have to choose only one. Then 8 to 9 constituencies, if they are contesting from 10 constituencies, means they can 1 in 1, and 8 to 9 constituencies they have to vacate. Then by elections will be very very huge. That is the reason the cap of contesting up to 2 constituencies has been mentioned under the Representation of People's Act. Now let us see the rule number 2. If a candidate wins from 2 seats, a by-election is necessary for the seat he or she has to vacate. Let us now see the rule number 3. A person has to be a voter in a particular state to contest assembly elections. It is all about assembly elections now. If you are from Telangana, then you have to be a voter here. If you are from Maharashtra, then you have to be a you have to have a valid voter of Maharashtra state. Then only you can be a part of assembly elections. A Bihar person staying in Telangana will not get the voter ID of Telangana. So for state specific elections, you have to be a voter in the state itself. But to contest Lok Sabha elections, which we are having at this point of time in our country, a person can be registered as a voter in any constituency of the country. Just you have to be a part of a constituency across the country. You can contest from any place across the country. So that is what is all about. If a person is registered voter in any constituency, he can contest from any seat in India, except some exemptions are given in RP Act of 1951, that is Assam, Lakshadweep and Sikkim. He cannot be contesting from these states and one union territory, but he can contest from anywhere. I being a Telangana, if I am a registered voter in my constituency for Lok Sabha elections, I can go and contest in Maharashtra, go and contest in Madhya Pradesh. Is up to my will. Okay, there is no bar. But when it comes to assembly elections, it is very important that you have to be a voter of that assembly, of that state, and you are allowed to vote in that particular state only with regard to assembly elections. Now let us see rule number 4. A minimum age for a person to contest for Lok Sabha Assembly poll is minimum 25 years. Whether you want to contest MLA seats, whether you want to contest for MP seats, that the Assembly or Lok Sabha, you have to be completing the age of 25 years. Okay. Rule number 5. There is no minimum education qualifications needed to contest general elections in India. This is a very disheartening fact because the age that we are living in, everyone has been educated and we want a educated leadership for sure. Rule number 6, candidates must be citizens of India. You have to be a citizen of India and you have to hold the passport. That is the basic document of you being a citizen of India. But if you don't have a passport, obviously Aadhaar card is there, that can also be used as one of the identification for voting. So candidate must be citizens of India. Non-citizens are not given any right. Non-citizens are not given any right to contest any of the elections in our country, and he has to be registered in some of the constituency as a valid voter. He should not be a illegal person who is staying in India. He should not be a person who has completed the visa but still staying in India. Okay, he should not be an insurgent immigrant. He should not be like that. He should have a valid voter. Okay, right. Rule number 7. Individual should not have been convicted of any offence punishable by more than 2 years. An individual, let us suppose A, has been convicted, court has pronounced his imprisonment for 2 years. More than 2 years, if he is convicted and he has sent to the jail, then that particular person cannot be contesting elections. This was the case during the Rahul Gandhi Modi defamation case. At that time, the lower courts of the Gujarat has given him 2 years of imprisonment. Suppose if that would have been not challenged, then Rahul Gandhi wouldn't have been contesting the elections today. So, but the matter went to the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court has taken the cognizance of it, and a 2 year imprisonment has been decreased. Okay, and still the things are going on, but that particular order of the lower court, which actually gave 2 years of imprisonment to the Rahul Gandhi, has been stayed. Now he is free. He is not yet convicted of 2 years. But anybody who is having 2 years of conviction, means the court has pronounced that he should go to the jail for 2 years, he cannot be contesting the elections. Rule number 8. A person shall be disqualified for being chosen as being a member of either house if he holds any of the office of profit under the government of India or government of any state. Suppose if I have a office or I have a company where I am a CEO, where I am the chairman, then yeah, or else if government has given a metro tender, metro rail tender, and in that metro rail tender L&T, like Telangana metro has been built by L&T. In L&T, if my shares are there, then also I will be disqualified. Basically, whether it is the state government or the central government, an individual should not hold office of profit. Office of profit is nothing but you cannot be a shareholder of any country till the time you are a member. Otherwise, what you will do, you will all do the gimmicks and you will talk to the higher authorities and get the tenders for them. You will get the contracts for them. That is the reason you should be away from what? Any office of profit. Nothing but you should not be a part of any shareholding where of your company which makes profits. But you can be a part of NGOs, trust, etc., which does not work on profits. Rule number 9. If he or she is undischarged solvents, okay, like if you have taken a loan from the bank but has not paid, then also you will be disqualified. Okay, and if you are not a citizen of India, you contest also, you can win the seat. After you winning the seat and the election commission got to know that you are not a citizen of India, again that will be cancelled. And if you voluntarily acquired the citizenship of foreign state, suppose you are a member of Lok Sabha today, suppose Prime Minister Modi ji is has won the elections in Varanasi. Now what has happened, he his term started, Lok Sabha elections are over and his term started, and 1 year passed. After 1 year he went to UK and took the citizenship of UK. Then at the instance he take the citizenship of a foreign country, he will be disqualified, means that particular seat or constituency that he is representing will be vacated. Okay, rule number 10. The new regulations include decreasing the cash donations till limit from 20,000 to 2,000. Okay, cash donation means a particular person cannot give more than 2000 rupees to a political party. But what we have seen in the electoral bonds, a humongous and enormous amount of money has been plunged into various political parties and they are riding on it. But that is not actually the fair elections. So that is why the Supreme Court has struck down the electoral bond scheme, and the RPI Act has mandated not more than 2000 rupees will be donated by a particular individual to the political party. The electoral bond scheme notified in January 2018, allowing anonymous means your name, your profile will not be told to anyone that whom you have actually given the money. Allowing anonymous contribution to limit the use of cash was scrapped by the Supreme Court in 2024. It is not running now. Electoral bond scheme is gone. Okay. Now the last rule that we are having here, rule number 11th, ECI has banned cash transportation in bank vehicles after the sunset. After the sunset, in the vehicles, you should not be carrying out cash. The limit of cash has already been given, but we do not need to go into the details of it. But you just remember this point. Okay, there is a rule in Representation of People's Act of 1951, that is the RP Act of 1951, where you cannot be carrying cash after the sunset at the time of elections. Okay, complete schedule. Bye bye. Take care. Have a nice day ahead. Do enroll to the courses and empower us a lot. Have a great day.